Hello again. So in this little video, we are going to go over your activity on page 219. So everyone should have your book in front of you and you should be turned to page 219. We can always pause the video while everybody gets settled and gets turned to this page. All right, so now let's take a look. So on page 219, we are going to analyze craft and structure. So what that means is we're going to look at how Anne Frank crafted her diary. So how did she write it? What we're going to focus on is how she communicated central idea and supporting details. So as I go through, I need you to be underlining as I underline. Informational texts, and a diary is an informational text, it's a memoir, are often organized according to a central idea and supporting details. So remember, we're talking about informational texts. The central idea is the most important idea about the topic that a paragraph or an entire selection conveys. So the whole diary has a central idea. Each paragraph has a central idea that connects to the whole. The central idea may be directly stated or implied using details provided. To find a stated central idea in a paragraph or section of text, identify the topic. The topic is what it is about. Then look for the topic sentence, the sentence that states the author's central idea about the topic. Often, the first sentence of a paragraph expresses the stated central idea. Now, we also have an implied central idea. To determine an implied central idea of a paragraph or section of text, make an inference. Oh, there's that word again. Remember, to infer means to make an educated guess based on your background, knowledge, and experiences. So, to determine an implied central idea in a paragraph or section of text, make an inference based on details in the text and what's in your noggin. An inference is an educated guess that you reach by analyzing the details of the text and making connections. So you're going to analyze, that means to break it down into the details and then find the connections among the details. For example, if someone walks into a room with a wet umbrella, you can infer that it has been raining outside without needing the person with the umbrella to tell you that directly. Now, I know some of you, you're thinking, well, it could be another reason, right? There could be a broken fire hydrant. But the best guess, the one that takes the least amount of assumption, is that it is raining. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. Work individually to fill in this chart for paragraph 9 in your text. Paragraph 9. So take a minute, go to your text, and circle paragraph 9. If you want to pause the video, you can. So work individually to fill in this chart for paragraph 9 only of the excerpt from Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. I was nice and I filled in your topic and I filled in your central idea. So the topic of that paragraph is what has happened to Anne's family and other Jewish people since May 1940. Her central idea of the paragraph is the fact that the situation for Jews in the Netherlands is getting worse. You are going to find details from that paragraph, and there are 6 supporting details. You are going to find the supporting details that support this claim that the situation for Jews in the Netherlands is getting worse. So let's look at the text real quick. So going back to paragraph 9, here is paragraph 9. After May 1940, the good times were few and far between. First there was the war, then capitulation, and it tells you what capitulation means, act of surrendering. And then the survival of the Germans, which is when the trouble started for the Jews. Our freedom was severely restricted by a series of anti-Jewish decrees. So it gives you all of the decrees. So you could use any of these as a supporting detail for things getting worse for the Jews. And what you would do is you would put in here, you could either give the examples. You could say the laws are restricting Jews. So I would put the laws are restricting Jews for your first supporting. Okay, so now you're going to find the other supporting details. And this should take you no longer than maybe 15 minutes to do.